Oh, we're live. Perfect. We're live. Hey, hope you guys are doing good. If you're catching this on the playback, I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing really good. I'm just going to wait a little bit, wait for some more people to hop into the live. I hope y'all are enjoying. What is it? It's Thursday. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all Thursday today. Y'all doing okay? So I definitely want to take a look into your love lives, but also I want to do a general message reading. So in this live, I'm going to be doing 2 readings, and I'll have a timestamp to separate the love reading from the general message. So that way, if you're catching this on the playback, you know where to skip to with the timestamps. All right, let's see. Okay. What's going on? Anybody in the live? All right, let's see. Something's going on my end. I might have to redo this. All right, there we go. Are y'all seeing everything okay? So I don't know if something's going on my end, because it'll show me only one person and then it'll pop up and show me like 19 and then it's going back to show me one person. So I don't know. Maybe something's wrong on my end. Let's see. Andrea Williams, nice to have you here. Stephanie, hey there. Amora, hey, beautiful. Hopefully you're doing good. Uh, Deidre, I feel like I'm saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Hello, good to see you today. Stephanie, it is a pleasure to see you. Aaron, I hope you're having a beautiful day too. Marshala, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Good morning. Dean, and there you go. Hey, how you doing? All right. So again, I'm not going to hold you guys up too long. If you're catching this on the playback, there's going to be timestamps for the love reading and also the general messages. So let's hop right on into it. We got Blended Tribe. Hey. Heru. Hey, SA, beautiful goddess. I feel like I say half of y'all names wrong, and I apologize. All right, let's take a look at your love life, right? So for the rest of December, Spirit, what is Leo needing to know in regards to their love life? What is happening? I'm going to go with one theme, one storyline, and just kind of flow with that. So whatever's the most important message for you guys out there with love matters, that is what I'm going to read on. So tell me, what is the overall energy, theme, experience surrounding Leo when it comes to their love life, December 2025? We got to open your heart. It will help you attract more love. I'm getting the feeling of being groggy, tired, because a capsule or like a bottle of melatonin came into my mind. I don't know if maybe somebody is just feeling more tired or more exhausted, even wired. You know how your mind's wide awake, but your body needs rest, but it's hard to close your eyes and go to sleep. I don't know if maybe this is you, Leo, that you've been feeling wired or just restless, maybe exhausted, or there's somebody that's around you, whether they're in your life currently, or maybe this could be somebody coming in. We'll find out. We're going to flesh out the synergy. They're tired, they're exhausted. I'm hearing the word run of the mill. I don't know. Something about this just, I don't know if you just don't feel excited about your love life, excited what's happening with your love life. Not saying every moment regarding matters of the heart is going to be a blast and joy and jubilation, but I don't know. It just feels like you're in a period where either the people that you're dealing with are just not doing it for you. Maybe your partner's just not, y'all are in a slump. Or if you're just single, the people that you're coming across, they really aren't sparking your interest. There's no staying power. Something feels like there's no staying power. Even if you're in a relationship, you may feel like that glue, that grit is starting to disintegrate. And I just get somebody feeling tired. Maybe you're just tired of how your love life's been playing out or where you're at in your connection. I'm hearing the words don't self-abandon. So maybe in connections, you found yourself being in a position where you've abandoned yourself for the sake or needs of your partner or your partner's desires, where you would put your wants and needs on the back burner to make your partners happy. Even if in your dating season, maybe trying to finding yourself trying to change aspects or elements about yourself that makes you more suitable, but again, it still feels like you come out with the same results and it's just making you exhausting. It's almost like no matter what I do, the people that I'm coming across aren't sticking, or I've given so much to my partner and in the end I still feel like there's no grit, there's no glue here, and I'm just tired. um hey y'all, hope y'all are doing good. We got patience, and let's get one more. We got divorce. Okay. For somebody, this is not for everybody. This is just kind of a specific side message. For somebody, if you are in a connection, you may be feeling like your patience is running thin. Maybe this person has bad financial management. Maybe they tend to act reckless or impulsive with their money, and you're just getting tired of it. That's just for somebody. I think on a larger note, if you've been single, you're willing and easy to just cut somebody off if they don't align with you. Your patience is very thin. And I think that's where that exhausted portion is coming in. If you've been in a single cycle and you've gone through people who are just not doing it for you, or there's no grit, there's no staying power. It's like you've been through the season so much or so longer, so many times already, where you can easily detach. You can easily say, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm just gonna walk away, where maybe those other people aren't used to being handled like that. For you, it's nothing to get rid of somebody or to keep it moving because you've been here, you've done that. If you are in a connection, this feels like, again, your patience is running really thin, where you may be at a crossroads of, do I want to keep this going or do I want to separate? So I feel like I'm reading from two different angles here. For my ones who are single, I can see your plight, but also if you are dealing with somebody, it looks like we got a little bit of heavy energy in this connection that you may be dealing with at this time. So let's see here. Let's see here. I'm going to keep going. Tell me the overall energy surrounding this person, or the person Leo is dealing with or will be dealing with if they're single. So let's see here, y'all. Thank you so much. We got 39 of y'all in the live. Can we get just some more likes? If I'm going to go live often, I need to set some moderators too. I forgot how to do that, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But I might have to get some moderators going because it's hard to like manage and keep up. Anyway, we got the Two of Cups. So tell me more for how the person Leo is dealing with, how they're feeling towards Leo at this time, or who this person would be. We got the High Priestess, and we got the Emperor. If you are single, because I'm getting like weary heart. You're just tired of the no grit, short stunts, or excuse me, short stint type of connections. They come and then they go. It does look like you got somebody here that you'll be connecting with. You got somebody here that you'll be connecting with. It feels very equally yoked, very matter of fact. But their energy isn't coming at you with the love bomb. I'm trying to impress you. I'm trying to make myself seem like I'm the best choice or option. This feels very neutral. This is somebody who actually is just wanting to get to know your mind. I think through understanding your background, what you've been through, who you are, your character first. This is somebody who gets to know you on a deeper level, and that they like something about your essence, just who you are. There's a natural rhythm where they feel comfortable with you, right? So that's if you're single, it does look like you'll be meeting somebody. I'm curious how that will go. If you are dealing with somebody and your patience is getting thin, and again, I go back to that self-abandon where you may have found yourself doing that. This is somebody who loves you, and they have emotion for you, they have care for you, but it reminds me of somebody who loves what you do for them because you benefit them in some way. It's like they love you because you do this for me and you are here for me and you show up in X, Y, and Z capacity when I need you to. It's almost conditional. Somebody loves you based on the conditions of how you love them. So it's like if you stop showing effort or if you didn't show up as that man and woman every day that they needed or that they rely on, that love would be removed. It's I get somebody being in a connection with the person that loves them based on the conditions in terms of how they show up and treat them. Let me see a little bit further. Why is this emperor here? The four of cups in the reverse. If you are, again, if you are dealing with somebody and you're on the fray, this is somebody that's not going to want to let you go. I think because they see too much value. Again, I get that conditional thing, how you love them, that's why they love you. But it's because you show up, you do their dishes, you are there when they need you to be there. You're the one when they call on you, you arrive. It's like they don't want to lose that. So I can see this person, despite where things may be, still trying to hold on to you. All right, I want to see. Let's open this energy back up again. How is Leo feeling in regards to the energy surrounding them or that's coming towards them? Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands. Ooh. Ooh. It's like you put the brakes on, you're putting the brakes on somebody. So whether you're with this person or this is somebody that's coming towards you, you're in this space no matter who or what you're dealing with romantically. It's like, hold on, you're gonna have to slow your roll. So you are the one that's controlling the pace of a connection or of a relationship. Somebody that's trying to make it work and trying to do the things to keep you around, it's like, no, you're gonna have to prove yourself. You can't rush healing, you can't rush getting back to where we were. You are gonna have to slow that shit down and show me and prove to me, and through time of being able to see your actions and how you show up will then allow me to make a choice on, okay, do I want to continue to proceed? If you are single, this may be, again, I get this energy surrounding you with this emperor, somebody coming towards you and actually enjoying your essence of who you are. And I don't get love by me energy, but it may be a bit heavy for you, especially if you've been single. You're used to being in that bubble. You're not used to somebody being all up in your space or all in your face, kind of like this. And you may feel like, because it may trigger maybe past experiences or a little bit of trauma of people coming in quickly and then things ending quickly. And when you start to see that this person is really taking a liking to you, you may feel like you need to put the brakes on it and take it easy, whether you decide to, okay, I just want to get to know you, whether as a friend or as a colleague, as an associate. I just want to be able to take my time. I don't want to feel rushed into the bedroom. I don't want to feel rushed into a relationship. I don't want to feel like, okay, you're coming in and this, you could be ideal just to have that fall apart a few weeks later or a few months later. So you're very much so in your discernment. You're not taking any BS. And you're very much so, I need to see action, and only how I'm going to feel safe and secure, whether it's continuing this relationship or actually giving you a chance, is through time to be able to see if you are a man or woman of your word, if you are a man or woman of loyalty, of reliability, if you are steadfast. So you're, I don't know, are you the tired one that I was getting? Maybe it is you, Leo, because your energy is just like, I don't want to be toyed around. You're not rude, you're not aggressive about it, but you just don't want to be toyed around. Um, what are these surrounding circumstances to this situation? We got the Seven of Cups. Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords on the bottom. The phrase romantic confusion comes to mind. So I don't know. Let me just address my singles really quick. If when you are dealing with somebody new, because of maybe what you've gone through, it's a little bit harder to tell, and maybe this is kind of a trauma response. it's a bit hard to tell how serious or how genuine somebody's intentions are. So you may feel like you deal with a little bit of romantic confusion, not in regards to what it is that you want, but just identifying at times, okay, are you being sincere? Are you being for real? Okay, you're showing me this affection, but does that really mean you like me, or does that mean you're trying to get something out of me? I just get this a bit of confusion. That's why you're putting the brakes in your pacing. You're the one controlling the pace of how something evolves with whomever this newer energy is that's coming in, just because it's hard to discern now based on what you've been through. If you are with somebody, this is you feeling a bit uncertain or not having full on reassurance that this person is true and genuine in how they're going to show up going forward. So you may feel confused on, okay, do I want to continue this? Do I want to give this another chance? Do I want to hear them out? Do I want to hear what they have to say? I think your ears are open, so you're not dismissive of this person, but it's like hard to see, the smoke through the fog, and or the forest through the trees, however the saying goes, because of what you've witnessed out of this person. So it's like, I'll hear you, but I'm not really sold on it if I want to continue this or keep it going. Or if it's somebody new, it's like, okay, I'm interested in you, but maybe you got, I don't know what your situation is looking like, or if you got some external stuff happening, or I know that you're interested, but are you interested for me, or are you interested to get something out of me? So I get this kind of walking the line. Also, too, just kind of as a side message, you may be, whether you're dealing with somebody actively or this is somebody that's coming in, you may know or find out, if they aren't in your life yet, that they have like maybe a strange situation surrounding them. And it doesn't mean that you lack interest in them, but it's like, hold on, you may have to clear up whatever that thing is before I continue with you, or before we continue this connection. As an example, if they're married, but it's like nebulous because they're separated but not legally divorced, it's like, well, I'm interested in you, but just not in your situation. So you might have to clear that up before we proceed. That's one of the ways I can look at it. What is Leo's feelings towards whoever this energy is? What is Leo's feelings towards whatever this energy is, whoever this person is? Okay. We got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. We got the Star. Ooh, way too many. Way too many. I'm going to put these back in the deck. I just need one more. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Cups. It's like that. I could take it or I can leave it. I think for you, Leo, with this person, you want to, how do I put it? It's like you want to believe in the best outcome, or the most probable outcome that's for your good. I think also too, if things made sense and could work, would you like for them to work? Sure. But there's something about you, maybe this is your instinct, maybe this is your connection to spirit. Something about you is telling you not to put all your chips on the table yet, or not to fully accept what they're saying as full reality and embrace that. There's a part of you that, yes, I'll hear you out, or okay, I can be understanding, but do I really want to involve myself in this, or do I really want to continue to invest in this? It's like you're almost one of two minds. You really are. But in the center of it, it's like your biggest thought is, I just want what's best for me and my possible outcome, whether it's me and this person, we continue this relationship, whether I give this new person a chance, or whether it's me just continuing on to do life for myself. I want what's best and what's for my own highest good. But what does this person's intentions, what is their intentions? What is their intentions? Let's see. Empress. Ooh. Knight of Swords. We got the Emperor and the Empress here. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. If this is somebody that you are dealing with or involved with, I think there's a stark reality for them where they know that they, yep, and the lover's in their verse on the bottom. There's a stark reality where they know they haven't shown up or given you an equal exchange of what it is that you truly deserve here, or how they could have continued if they started maybe one way, but then at a certain point things changed, that they didn't continue showing up in the way that you deserve. There's like an insecurity because they see you as an equal. They see you as somebody who is soulfully, spiritually aligned with them. I think this is maybe some what's the way I can put this? I think there's some maturity in growing up, maybe a bit of development that this person needs to go through or undertake, whether they're aware of that or not. But this is somebody who they do want you. Even if this is somebody that is new that's coming into your life, they do want you, but because you're the one that's controlling the pacing, they don't want to be the one to move things ahead or push things to the next level until you either give a sign, a signal, or some kind of understanding that you are ready for that. So this person is going to, as far as their intentions, they're following your timeline. If you say, I'll take you back, they'll be willing to work with that. If you are the one that's saying, okay, I'm ready for something for the next level, I don't want to continue to just date, then they're going to follow through. But because they can tell you have this, I don't want to say you're guarded, I just think you're cautious. I think you're being protective because maybe you didn't have anybody to protect you, especially when it came to matters of the heart. So now you are the one that has to protect you and yourself. And because of that, maybe you're hyper focused on making sure that you don't get hurt or put yourself in a similar situation. They can sense that or tell that, and that's why they're letting you control the pace here. I want to see one more thing. What is something that Leo should know about this person, but maybe doesn't know about this energy? Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Can I have a card for the Seven of Swords? The World in the reverse. I'm hearing that, what's that jingle? Every kiss begins with K, like the jewelry advertisement. You might end up getting, I don't know if it's from this person or somebody else. This is just maybe in general. I just see somebody being gifted some jewelry. So you might be gifted jewelry from this person. Maybe somebody else is gifting you jewelry. The holiday season, so that would make a lot of sense. One more for this Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I feel like what you don't expect is you're like, I get chill like this. You're gonna see like a chill or calmer version of this person that maybe you haven't seen in some time. If this is somebody that's new, you're going to see that the fears or thoughts that you may have had based on past experiences, especially if you've been single, don't really hold up to this person. This feels like somebody, I don't want to say go to work and come home, but if I'm looking at what you don't know or what's hidden from you, I think you're going to either go back to seeing a side of this person that's like really chill. So I think maybe our perspective of this person is going to change. I think how, if this is somebody you've been dealing with, how you may have felt like you self-abandoned at times, you're going to see that they're not, I don't want to say putting pressure on you, but you're going to see them show up more. You're going to see that you're not the only one giving and contributing to this relationship. You're going to see that they're doing that too. I just see this, you're not seeing a side of them, or excuse me, you're going to be seeing a side of them that you have not seen in a long time or maybe at all, where they are actually going to show up and put in effort, or they're actually going to show up and do what they can. If this is somebody that's new, you're going to see that, okay, well, they're not like the people that I've dealt with before. I feel safe with them because I know that they're not out every weekend, or I know that they're not dealing with their exes, or I know that they're not online scrolling, going in DMs. This is somebody who behind the scenes, whether it's always been this way or maybe just now in their life, they do live a very laid back and low key chill life. And if this is somebody you were with, you're going to see them put in the effort that you were putting in. So I think this becomes a bit more mutual. And I don't think you see this happening, which should have been happening. But I think how this is going to be handled this time around, or if this is somebody new, how this person is coming into your life, this is going to be an experience that should have either been in your life already, or if this is somebody that's new, I think they're going to kind of shatter some of those fears or those concerns that we have. Because again, we have that 7 of Cups. So let me see something really quick. Let me get some messages here. Hey y'all, 62 of you guys. Can I get some messages from this person? I often wonder if you feel the same way. I'm totally in love with you. May I have another? Oh, you're the person I want to do life with. And I do like you and a lot of other people too. So, yeah, I think this person, new or existing, they know your worth. Whether they show that outwardly or not, they know your worth. They know your value. And I think they are going to step up and start showing you that they know your worth and they know your value. If this is somebody that's new, this is somebody that's going to see your worth and value. And because they see it, they know other people see it too. So something that they feel is valuable, they're not just going to leave out there for somebody else to snatch up. So I think this is somebody who's going to want to snatch you up, or vice versa, depending on the gender roles, however you see fit. But I like this a lot. This is beautiful. All right, 26 minutes. Yeah. So I'll leave that there. I kind of want to do, actually, let me do a timestamp. Give me a second, y'all. Because I might do another love reading. Because I know that one was kind of all over the place. 27. Oh, 2711. I know that one was a little bit messy because I felt like I was getting equally two energies, people who were coupled and people who were singled in that spread. So I want to make it a little easier to digest. So let's get another spread going. I'm just taking some notes here. Give me a second. Okay. So let's see. Where do we want to start? We're going to do a new spread, y'all. New spread. All right. Let me know, Spirit. For Leos, when it comes to their love life. Let me get these shuffled. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Thank you for bearing with me. All right. I kind of want to ask. Oh, I don't want to do this because I kind of want to ask the cards. You know, should I do singles, complicated, no contact, or etc., and see what comes out? But then I don't want to make it more complicated for myself. Let's see. Should I do a singles reading? Let's see. Yep, we got two aces. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. All right, so let's do a singles reading. All right. So for my single Leos, what is coming their way? 29, 27. Okay. For single Leos, what is coming their way? Again, open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. And then bottom of the deck is caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hey, is it me love or me Melly love? Hey, how you doing? I hope you are good. All right, let's see. Oh, Mimi. Okay, hey, nice to meet you. All right, so let's see. We got 62 of y'all here. If we can get some likes going. Tell me for my single Leos, where are my single Leos at currently when it comes to the state of their love life? We got the Fool. Okay. So we got the Fool in the reverse, and I'm also looking at caution, and I'm also looking at open up your heart. So, what is it that you want? And I say that because it's like I'm doing the singles reading. Of course, we want to know what's going on in our love life, but your energy is kind of like reserved to yourself. I don't know if it's just say I don't know if it's safer just to be in your own element in your own world and bubble right now because of, you being cautious of your heart. Maybe you've gone through quite a bit. Maybe you've been single for quite some time and it just became comfortable. That has turned into rigor mortis in the body. So now all you know is being with yourself. You're not used to integrating with somebody else romantically. And when you do try to, you deal with what you deal with, which then creates more of a barrier of caution. But I feel like a repeating loop. It's like, okay, I'll put myself out there, I'll try to date, give it some chances, meet a couple people. It don't work out, I'm going back into my cubby for some weeks, for some months, etc. Let me put myself back out there, try it again, meet the wrong people. Okay, I'm going back into my cubby. And every time we go back into our cubby, it creates more of a barrier that prevents the next round or suitors of people to really try to come in. It's like you're almost trying to prevent the heartbreak before there's any proof that it's going to happen. So let's see what's going on. Who's coming towards Leo? If there is anybody coming towards Leo for the rest of December 2025. Who's coming towards Leo for the rest of December 2025? For my single Leos. We got the Hierophant in the reverse. Let me actually move this here. We got the Hierophant in the reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. Let me clarify this King of Wands in the reverse. And the reason why I want to do that is because a part of me is like, I'm not sure if this is whoever's coming towards you energy or if this is your energy, because I do think a part of you, especially if you've been single for prolonged seasons, you know how people ask you, oh, what's going on in your love life? Are you talking to anybody new? What happened to you and that guy or you and that girl, or when you gonna get married? It's like people can have these sidebar opinions or conversations about you because it's like, I think, a societal expectations. You should be with somebody, or you should be married, you should have kids, or you should be, more developed in your love life. However it may be, it's like there's this energy of like, I don't care. My timeline romantically may not look like other people's, or how my love life play out may not play out in comparison to what society deems as normal or how it should look on paper. But being okay with that, but also annoyed that people don't view your love life as traditional, whether it's like you're always going through makeups and breakups, or just long periods of singlehood, or it's hard for you to find the right person, so you go through these short stint connections. It's like people are judging that, and it's like, for you, you understand it's out of your control. You can't bring the right one to your doorstep, so it's like you get annoyed when people want to be in your business about your love life. But it's also on the same side. It's like you don't really give a F, because if my love story is meant to be different, then let it be different. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is your energy, because I can feel that from you, but this could also be the sentiment of the person that's coming towards you. So tell me about this King of Fire here. What else is here? The Death card. I feel like this is you. I know I asked about who's coming towards you, but this is highlighting you. So I'm wondering if new love is coming in for the rest of the, if I can speak. I am wondering if new love is coming in for you for the rest of December, if there will be that opportunity, because this feels like, I'm not gonna deny, this feels like you, man. This feels like you can't control what you can't control. But yes, you would not prefer to be in this single season. But if I'm in this single season, then I'm gonna make the most of it. But it's just you get tired of hearing other people asking or talking about your single season, or um, going through these cycles of let's try and make this work, and then it doesn't work out, or you're going on these dates and then it's not working out, or you're not running into the right kind of person. Something about this is just tiring, and it almost feels like, damn, am I karmically meant to suffer? Am I karmically meant to be single? Is this something that's meant to be a part of my path? Because it's like, why is it so hard to find somebody that aligns with me? Other people can easily go out and get them a man or woman or find somebody, but just finding the right person who's able to handle it. That's what it is. You have a very complex layered personality. So you're not somebody that's simple. You're not somebody that you can plug A and B together and then boom, go ahead and run off to the sunset. You are multi-layered and you are multifaceted. And because you have all of these attributes to yourself, it does make you a complex individual. And not everybody can easily fit into all of the pieces that you hold. So it makes your journey in love much more tiring or difficult, because you don't want to be loved half-heartedly. You want to be loved wholly, but there's so many layers to you that maybe the people you are connecting with or coming around, they're only maybe able to meet 3 of your 10 layers or 7 of your 10 layers. And for you, it's like, well, if you don't meet all of me, I would rather be alone versus be loved halfway or a fraction of the way, or still feel like there's something missing, and then I'm going to end up leaving or cheating or doing my own thing because I don't feel fully complete or whole here. This is not what I'm searching for. But on the flip side of that, you're still like, but it is, if this is my story or if this is my journey, then it's what it is. But there is a feeling of being tired or taxed. Um, Tell me more. Can you tell me? Let me switch decks. Let me see if I can get a different deck to see if somebody's coming towards you. Because I feel like this is strongly your energy. Yeah. I got a quick question for y'all while I shuffle. Since I'm doing the lives, do y'all like when I do multiple readings in one lives versus just like the standard video of one message? Do y'all like this style format? Because if y'all like this style format, I'll continue to do my readings live versus just pre-record them and post them. If y'all like the fact that, in real time we can get multiple messages and stuff like that. All right, back to this reading. Can you tell me if anybody is coming towards Leo? Can you tell me if anybody is coming towards Leo romantically? We got the Wheel of Fortune here. We got the Sun. Ooh, there you go. Anyone coming towards Leo romantically? We got the Seven of Swords and the Knight. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands for you. I'm gonna do something here. I want to ask about this Knight of Wands. So bear with me, y'all. Give me a second. Because I want to go into detail with this. Who is this Knight of Wands? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, God. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. Who is this Knight of Wands that's coming in towards my single Leos? Main, female, we got house. And tell me about the Seven of Swords. We got mature man. Mm. So I think this is, damn. I How do I put this? Because it's like it's reaffirming your stance. What I'm getting ready to tell you, it's going to reaffirm how you feel about love right now and why you feel like you need to be cautious looking at this. Um, I can read this both ways, right? From my masculines or my people who tend to deal with women, this would be a woman that's coming towards you, very attractive. This is somebody that you would definitely have your eye on, or they would have their eye on you. Um, all great. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna be enjoying it, right? You're gonna be into this person. They're into you. This is somebody that you're wanting to get to know. I think there's also something of potential that you can see here, right? You're not betting on it, but it's like, all right, this person is sparking my interest enough. I'm willing to see where this may go. My concern is if this is a woman and you're a person that deals with women, this may be somebody who's coming in, but their intentions is, especially if they see that you are established or more established than they may be looking at you as security or somebody that they can, to the lowest vibration of this would be somebody that they can live with. So I don't know if they're having living situation struggles, or they would almost be looking at you as somebody who can provide them a certain lifestyle. So if you are masculine that tend to then deal with feminine energy, you may be, doing well financially, or you got your stuff together. And this is somebody who sees that and it's like, oh, I want to be taken care of, or, I want somebody to provide for me, which is nothing wrong with that. But the intentions behind it isn't the best. If you are a feminine that deals with masculine, this would be somebody, again, same energy. You're feeling them, you see some potential, you're not betting on it. So you'll hear them out, you'll give it a chance. And they're into you, their focus is on you, and you're feeling them. But this would be somebody who may try to get you to your home, or not get you to your home, or get you to their home, and with that Seven of Swords here and the mature man, they may come off like they're above, friends with benefits or situationships. They may, even with age, right, they may be an older age and they may say, you know what, I've been there and done that. That was in my younger years. I'm looking for something serious. I've already been around the block, tail ain't much to me, etc. But they're coming off that way to do exactly that, which then brings me back to your energy and why I empathize with you and feeling this caution, because it's like you want to open up your heart, you want to take a leap of faith. And mind you, this is just for the rest of December. So this isn't January. This ain't for the next 3 months, 2 months, right? This is just the rest of December. But you want to open up your heart and experience love. But when you give it a chance, this is what shows up at your doorstep or what you come across. It feels like, how they say, depending on the type of person that you want, go to the environments that they tend to congregate. Seeing this Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, you might end up meeting this person through like very fast means. So I would be mindful of anybody you meet online dating this month. I would be mindful of anybody you get their number at a bar, at a lounge, anything that's fast paced and moving, like a restaurant. Um, Even if it's like an event, depending on the event, right? So that heat, that fire, that exciting creative energy, I would think of like concerts, venues, um, parties, anything that is very fast paced, fast moving. Be mindful, because it's like that environment attracts this kind of person. But yeah, if you deal with feminine energy, this is somebody that's looking at you to be a provider of some sort to them. And if you are a feminine, this is somebody who is going to come off, even if they are older of age, that they're above the, I'm just looking for sex, or that ain't even on my mind, just for that to be where it ends up, for them. So why I want to understand though, what's going on with your love life? Why are you attracting this, or what's happening? What is going on? Now again, this is only for the now and the rest of December. So it's not the, end all be all. But why is this energy coming in? Why is this what Leo is attracting? Why is this what Leo is attracting? Why is this energy coming in? We got the Queen of Swords. We got the Three of Cups. We got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'll give you two examples of how I'm seeing this. And this comes back to your energy, and this may be some energy work that needs to be done. Only if you relate to this. Don't start doing energy work and you don't need this specific energy work. You know how they say your energy attracts your energy, and your frequency attracts your community, or the people that are around you. You have such this caution energy. Again, I don't think you're rude, mean, or disrespectful, or like resting bitch face, excuse my language. But I do think there's a whiff, there's an air. Even if you don't know how it's being dispelled, there's an air about you that is a bit like, stand back 50 feet, or just like, if you coming at me, make sure you come in correct. And I think what's happening is that energy may be coming off to other people. Like you aren't looking for something serious, meaning that you may be coming off a little bit cold, that it's not the most inviting in for that type of dynamic. So it's like a person or people coming in to get what they can get from you, because the energy of caution is not welcoming or warming to an intimate or romantic relationship. Also too, with that guarded energy, it's like a sense of um it almost feels quiet in nature too, oddly enough. um it's like I don't know if it's like a feeling of you may not tell, or you may not say anything, or like they almost feel like they can trust you without knowing you, meaning like if they are coming in with these intentions or whatever, that you're just going to go on about your life. You're not going to smear their, it's something about them that they may not even know you at all, but it's like there's a trusting that if I do this with Leo, and once I get what I want and I can leave, that's going to be the end of it. The other way that I'm looking at this, total opposite. Um, how do I put this? Is that it's either the environment you're in, or the means that you're taking to find somebody is just way too casual. It's just way too casual. So this may be you needing to get off the dating apps. This may be you needing to, not try to find people who are at the bars, pubs, and lounges. Or this could be the type of friends that you may have. They may not have the best recommendation for, single people that they may know. It's something about either your environment or how you connect with romantic potential feels immature, or not up to par with where you are at with your maturity, with your seriousness, with your level of integrity for what it is that you're looking for. It's like you're trying to find love in spaces that are known just to be for hookups, or you're trying to find love in spaces that are known to have quick starts and quick endings. I ain't telling you got to go to church and find your kingdom spouse or next person, but something about where we're at may need to change. Okay. So I'm going to ask one last question, then I'm going to go into the general reading because I do want to see something with that. I don't want to just leave it there. Can you tell me, going into 2026, will there be new love for my single Leo? So I would say for December, you got somebody coming towards you that, again, either is looking at you as a resource and want to be provided for, or you got somebody coming in, could be somebody that's older than you, maybe they are older in age, or just comes off really mature, but they're looking for whatever it is that they're saying that they're not looking for. So let's see. Tell me for my Leos in 2026, will somebody that they will end up in a romantic relationship with come in? We got the Empress. All right. Thank you for 83, you guys being in here. Go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you would like a personal reading, I did place the link in the chat. All right, let's get back into it. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, we got the Justice. So strong Libra energy here. I don't know, maybe you got Libra somewhere in your chart, Leo, or maybe this is somebody who would have Libra in their chart. And the King of Wands. Hierophant. You might have a couple options. I love seeing the Hierophant and the Empress here along with the Justice, because that's those three alone for me is like a relationship or being wifed up or being chosen, or you choosing somebody that you want to be your woman. But I'm seeing two options here. Somebody who I feel like they don't really have their stuff together. Now, I'm not calling this person a bum. You know how the economy is right now in 2025, right? So I give grace. But I don't think that they are fully comfortable in the position that they are in life. Maybe they're going through a transition phase from one job to another, or financially, maybe their living situation geographically is changing. Also, too, there's something about their energy that really isn't steadfast. So it's like they may start with one energy, and then later on down the line, that energy tends to change. So it's like maybe the first 2 months, things are really great. And then by that third month, their energy starts to waver, or you start to see a different side of them. I love seeing the King of Wands because this is somebody who is going to match your fire and your flow, somebody who's going to be able to keep up with you, somebody who's going to be able to understand you. And again, I think they may have some type of Libra in their charts. So relationships are important to this person, but also appearances. This isn't somebody that would want to keep you hidden or keep you in the dark. This is somebody that would want you to be shown. This is somebody that they'll want you to meet their mother if they're around, or meet their family. If this is somebody who would end up having a kid, meeting the mother of their kids, so that way you know everything is copacetic. I get a what you see is what you get kind of energy from this King of Wands. Ooh, wait, see, now I'm getting curious. Let me dig a little deeper. Because we got love coming in, just not at the end of December. But 2026, we got a little something here. So I would rather look into this and see what's going on with this versus what that other stuff was. Let me see. Just tell me really quick about this King of Fire. Who is this King of Wands? Give me an archetype for this King of Wands. Ooh. This is definitely somebody either very protective. No, it's not even an either. They are very protective. Whether this is a man or a woman, it's like what's theirs is theirs. Like they are going to make sure they would even protect you against family, friends, even if you love them and care about them. If they start to see or notice things that aren't so, cool from your family or friends, like they will try to protect you even from them. Um, This person may even feel like you haven't had protection either throughout your life or at certain points in your life. Even if this is a woman, they may have felt like the women that you were dealing with didn't protect you in the way that they should have as a woman. Or if this is a man, they may have felt like they didn't have that you may have not had a person to stand up for you when needed, or when times got tough, somebody who can come in and be an advocate for you or speak on your behalf, or show up in areas that you may have lacked. So they're going to notice that. And that's one of the reasons why they're wanting to fill in that role. They're also somebody who's creative, which I get that energy. They can keep up with your pacing. They can keep up with your fire, because we got the DJ, the inventor, and the lifeguard. I also got the phrase has the answers to everything. So this could be somebody who is intelligent. I do get kind of an annoyance. Yeah, I do get kind of an annoyance energy, because I get that they have the answer to everything. So you know how some people are just they know everything, and I don't mean literally, but they always got the answer to something, and after a while that can get annoying, because it's like I'm trying to tell you, be teachable. That's what I'm looking for. Be teachable. This person at times may struggle to be teachable. So I don't know if they're stubborn or maybe it's an ego thing. I know that might be a little tricky with you being a Leo, because I think sometimes this person initially they may have trouble taking in, not comprehending, but just taking in what another person is saying or their advice, because it's like they feel like they know the answer. But I do like what I also saw with that lifeguard, because I do think what matters most is protecting you and how you feel. So initially they might, I think that's where some headache is going to be at. Um, but I do feel like they're able to combat that with overriding it by saying, okay, what matters the most to me? Who's most important to me? Would I rather be right, or would I rather be happy? So you definitely got love in 2026. I see. Looks like that's what you're going to be, curious about. Just curious about. So let's see here. Okay. So what am I? Hold on, I'm just taking some notes before I get into general. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. Okay. So let's see. Let's get into general messages. Okay. Let's start this way. What is it that Leo needs to know at this time? What is it that Leo needs to know at this time? We got prison coming out. So we're on to the general messages. Let me break that down. 5, 4, 9. All right. So again, we got prison coming out for the general messages. What else we got? We got main character. I'm hearing ginseng tea, inflammation, even down to like a CPAP machine. I don't know if somebody was a smoker, is a smoker. Maybe somebody is asthmatic or dealing with respiratory issues, because I can also like feel phlegm, not on me personally, but just in my mind's eye, I can just feel phlegm being caught in like the esophagus, or just sinus issues. Like your sinus passages are either clogged or just overly stimulated. Somebody struggling with their sleep. I don't know if somebody has sleep apnea. And now I'm just going back to that CPAP machine, having to have something on you to be able to sleep, to be able to breathe at night. Let me keep going. I think I got that earlier, sleep issues in the first love reading, but it's coming back through again. Tell me more general for Leo. Water lily, koi fish, koi pond, something about tranquility, bonsai tree. Somebody is either needing to take a rest. They're needing a spa day. Somebody's needing to get out in nature, but I just get tranquility, peace overall. Somebody is needing peace. Maybe life has been turbulent. Maybe you've been going through some ups and downs, or life has been pretty busy. Even if life hasn't been bad, it's just been busy. It's like I need a breather. I need a break. I need a rest and recharge. Maybe you just need some peace and quiet around you. Tell me more. We got court. Bottom of the deck is sorrow. Who is this main character? Who is this main character? Lucky Strikes. I don't know if that's like a cigarette brand. I don't smoke. But I'm getting like I'm getting smoke. What if somebody's got some respiratory issues going on? Again, that's not for everybody, but that's definitely a channel message. Main character. Why is this here? The Fool in the reverse. Prison. Five of Swords in the reverse. And court. Eight of Swords. Nine of Cups. Something's been indebted to you that wasn't. This is gonna sound so far away from the cards, I promise you. Something was, and this doesn't feel, I mean, it could be in this lifetime. This feels more karmically like reincarnated, something that was passed down generationally, but it's absorbed through the DNA, right? So it's not something that's in your tangible reality. This feels like kind of, how they say generational curses. Something was passed down to you that was not obligated to you, but now has become obligated to you. It's like karma, how some people say, if you don't pay karma in this lifetime, it can skip you and hit your children. Something didn't get skipped, but it feels like something that wasn't completed in a past life is now on the docket for you to deal with. And it's almost like, why is this a part of my karma or my storyline in life when I didn't ask for this? I didn't ask to be dealt this hand. I didn't ask to deal with these circumstances. In my conscious, view of lifetime, I haven't done anything to warrant having to deal with this weight of something. So if I was to give you an example of this, let's say in a past life, you come from a lineage of people who were poor or had, bad financial issues. And in this lifetime, you can do everything that you can to try and get your finances where you want them to be. But life circumstances always tends to eat away at your money. And it's like every time I try to save and get ahead, something always keeps happening to my money, where there's a bill, or now there's an accident, or now there's this life circumstance that I'm having to deal with that just keep chipping away at my money. What is going on? That's something, and that's one example. You can pass it over into love, where it's like in your past life or past generations, maybe love wasn't gotten right by the people from your lineage, and now in this lifetime you're trying to get love right. You're doing everything you can, you're doing the healing work, but it's like, why do I keep having to deal with these cycles? I know I'm a great solid catch. What in the world is happening? Again, I feel like something was passed and put on your plate that does not belong to you, but because it wasn't handled or completed right previously, it's like the universe is now placed it on their plate. I hope I feel very abstract with this one. I'm sorry, y'all, if it's just not hitting, if it's not connecting. Can you tell me anything? Actually, you know what? No, I won't use this deck. Can you tell me anything else about this? Hey, just Junie. All right. Let me see. Tell me for the rest of December of 2025, why is this energy coming through for Leo for the rest of their December of 2025? So it looks like that's the base energy we're dealing with here, right? It feels like something beyond you karmically has transcended, and now it's like it's on your plate in this lifetime to complete, since the ancestors, whether it is your grandparents, your parents, somebody from a past life, could even be yourself from your previous reincarnation. It's like you didn't finish out that script. So now in this lifetime, that script has to continue, but you don't have any conscious memory of what happened in the past life. So now it's just kind of like you're looking at the universe like, well, I got to deal with this mess. But in the past life, is because it wasn't finished. Like it's Akashic records come to mind. So I don't know if you've ever had your Akashic records checked out. It's like if you were to have your Akashic records checked out, you would be able to not foretell, but you would be able to see that okay, there is something that wasn't completed. Or even if you look at your natal chart, because I'm getting like your planets here. Even if you were to look at your natal chart and specifically to be like your north node or south node, there may be something in your natal chart that shows what wasn't completed. Like there's an imprint, there's a stamp that would convey, okay, this was not finished. But I just want to understand why this has to deal with December of 2025. Two of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Wands, Judgment, Page of Cups, Knight of Swords. And why is this Two of Cups in the reverse? We got the main character again. Ooh. Expectation and hope, great water. Good job. Okay. Who's it by? It's by Fleetwood Mac. Go your own way. Because I'm hearing you can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. Somebody's placing expectations on you here in the month of December 2025. If it hasn't happened already, it's going to happen between now and the next few weeks. Somebody's placing expectations on you to either do something that they want. Maybe this is something that y'all have talked about, planned, but it's like you're taking a totally different direction. And this is going to cause some type of emotional rift between you and this person. It feels like they were relying on you to do something, relying on you to be there, relying on you to show up, and you choose to say no to that because I don't think your heart aligns with it. It reminds me of doing a favor for somebody because they're your family member, but your heart's not really in it. You really don't want to do the favor. And normally you may self abandon and say, you know what, I'm going to do it despite my own desire not to or my own will. But this time it's like, no, I'm not going to self abandon. I'm choosing not to do it. Where somebody would normally expect you to take on that role, to be there for them, to say yes, to show up. It's like, no, I'm showing up for me, or I'm choosing not to do that. There's something else I feel more moved, or I want to give my time, my energy, my love, my attention to. This could even be a relationship. If somebody expected you to stay with them and you may decide to go in a new direction. But I think if I bring it back to general context, I want to see what this Ace of Wands is about. If I bring it back to general context, you're not going along to get along anymore. It's like, I'm not going to do something that I don't want to do. I'm not going to, and maybe you agreed to it and then you go back and decide to change your mind. And that's okay too. But I think this person is going to feel away. I think they're going to feel disappointed or hurt that you chose to go another way. This doesn't feel like a decision, though, that you've been sitting with. This is like something that comes out of the blue. You're going, either somebody has expectations of you, or you're going to agree to something, or you may consider doing something for somebody or being there for them or participating. And then like last minute, you change it. This is a quick change of mind and say, maybe something else gets presented to you. Maybe something else is offered to you or someone else comes across your path. And it's like, you know what? Nope, this is the direction I want to go in, or I want to deal with this, or I would rather spend my time with X, Y, and Z. And you end up telling this person no. And that's where that disappointment comes in, because it's like they were expecting you. I don't know if the expectations were warranted or not, but I can see it here. Why is this Ace of Wands here? Tell me for Leo. Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, you're breaking off an agreement. You're choosing to end an agreement to start either a new agreement with something else or someone else. What is this bringing Leo though? Let's see. So, yeah. And you might not even tell this person. You might end up making the choice to go in a different direction, and you don't tell this person initially. They might end up finding out from somebody else, or you tell them when you feel comfortable, when it's time to tell them, but it would be after the fact. So you agree to something with somebody, you change your mind, you agree to something else, you don't tell a person that you change your mind until either they find out elsewhere or you feel ready to tell them. And it doesn't feel like you're trying to be sneaky or intentionally malicious. I don't get that. But I think something about your gut instinct is telling you to, hey, don't tell anybody yet that you're now taking this new route until either one, everything's set in stone and everything is good, or until two, you intuitively feel like it's okay to share it. But if you're not feeling like that, I don't see you sharing this information. So if I go back to the beginning of this reading, I know this is probably all over the place, but if I go back to the beginning of this reading, um, this goes into that pattern that I think I was talking about here, where it's like something karmically or generationally is now on your plate to deal with and handle. And I think one of those things is maybe a character flaw, a character trait, where you may have found yourself, Leo, at times in your life being the one saying yes to things or agreeing to things, or being the one that um, jumps out and wants to be the first to say, I'll help or I'll support or I'll be there, right? Even if at times you don't want to, it's like you still showed up and showed out for other people or other circumstances. And now you're breaking that pattern. Maybe you've been doing this, right? I'm just picking up on the energy. But you're breaking that pattern of being agreeable or saying yes to things or obliging yourself to stuff, and being able to say no when something better or something that you would want to do instead or invest in instead comes up. It's like you're not going to stick with something anymore just because, damn, I said I was going to do it, or damn, I agreed to it. It's like, you know what, I agreed to it, but it's okay to change my mind. I don't want to do that. It's like being able to put yourself first and not abandon your needs. Something about that this lifetime, maybe we didn't get right in the last lifetime, but in this lifetime, we're getting it right. In this month of December, there's a situation that's coming up where you're going to put that to the test and show yourself, you know what, I'm going to put my needs first, even if I agreed to something else or with something else previously. What is this Ace of Wands all about? What is this Ace of Wands bringing Leo? Oh, we got 100 in the live. Can we get some likes? I appreciate it. We got the Sun. And the Six of Swords. You feel happy. Whatever this is bringing you happiness. I want to go a little deeper. I want to know what this exact happiness is. I'm getting menthol. I don't know if you're chewing gum, maybe smoking menthol cigarettes, or because I just get that real strong hint of menthol. Maybe you got it in an oil. What is the Sun, Six of Swords? Charlotte, North Carolina. Why is this Ace of Wands here in the Sun? We got concern, sudden wealth. We got the courthouse too. If you are in a legal situation, it's gonna play out well for you. Don't worry. Great fortune on the bottom of the deck. If you're in a legal situation, it's gonna play out for you really good, because we got courthouse here twice. You might be concerned, you may be uncertain, you may be unsure, but it actually plays out for you really well. On a larger note, this is not court related. This has to do with your money. Like, I think you're either your money or something that you find or feel would be extremely valuable to you, like extremely valuable. So this could be an opportunity that feels like it's once in a lifetime, or that's a rare opportunity. An increase in your finances that maybe you haven't experienced before. That's why you're willing to say no to whatever it is that you agreed to prior to what this is, because I think this provides so much more expansion, wealth opportunity, maybe even exposure, that you're willing to go against maybe your initial word and say, you know what, I got to put myself first. This may be a bigger opportunity for me. This may be a bigger catch. Yes, I would have loved to have helped you out with that. And I know I agreed to it, but this thing just fell on my lap and I just cannot say no to this. I got to take it. I got to go with this. And it's going to leave somebody feeling disappointed because they were like either relying on you or expecting you to help them or be there with this, and something either new comes up or something that you're more passionate about, and you're all wills to go. But I think you know what's best for you, because this looks like it plays out really well on the money side. Like there's some either big money here, big exposure here, um, being able to align yourself that can laterally grow you. So now you're climbing new heights. Maybe this is a new role, a new position. I just see your money. I see your money expanding. I see your visibility expanding. Or this is something that allows you, or this is something that provides you the position to be able to scale. If this is some, let's say if this is romantic, right? You was done with somebody, you said you was gonna be with them, but then you meet somebody else and go on with somebody else. This would be something that is more emotionally and also financially rewarding. So it's like a power couple, or you two being able to grow financially together. Maybe this person comes with money. Um, if it's not that, because this isn't a love reading, I just see you choosing a direction that's going to pivot you much further than whatever this is that you would have stayed with. So let me ask, how will this person feel about Leo when Leo takes this opportunity? Oh, shoot. How will this person feel towards Leo, or this thing feel towards Leo once Leo takes this opportunity? We got the Ace of Wands here twice. So they're going to know about whatever you're saying yes to, right? For you choosing you and choosing your direction, they're going to end up finding out, because we got this Ace of, wow. Knight of Swords in reverse, Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. 1978 is the year that comes to mind. I don't know if that's significant for somebody or not. It doesn't have to be. Um, this person feels like they feel like you either betrayed them, but not in the Seven of Swords way, or you chose yourself. But a part of them also understands, because they got the Ace of Wands here too, just like you. So they understand that the opportunity that you're choosing, or the direction you're going to go instead, is something that can provide you more money, more access, more exposure, or the situation that you're having to deal with or choosing to deal with is something that is going to move you along much faster than whatever it is that they wanted you to be there for them with. So they see that, but they also feel like, well, you didn't tell me. Why didn't you let me know? Why didn't you communicate this to me? Because I could see you being in your energy of intuitively holding this in until you feel comfortable to start telling people. And they're going to feel some way that, why didn't you tell me that you were changing directions or you were going to do that? They're going to feel left out. They thought, it's almost like, damn, I thought we were better than that. Even if y'all weren't that close, or even if you don't owe them that level of respect, but it's just like the least that you could have done was told me. But I also understand, if you're taking that direction, that does seem like it's a great opportunity for you, Leo. I can't deny that. So they one part are understanding of what you're doing, but the other part is just like, damn, why you ain't tell? They almost kind of feel slighted. Like, why didn't you tell me? But I don't blame you because it's like you don't want to tell it beforehand because this is something that maybe you were concerned with. Maybe is this really going to happen for me? Is it going to pay me the dividends that I'm requesting? Is this really going to come through? Because the part of your energy is a bit uncertain too. So it's like you don't want to open up that can of worms and telling somebody about what's going on if you're not fully sure. Hey, is this going to cement itself? But once it does, because I see it happening, you're getting the money, you're getting that opportunity that's going to be presented to you that I believe brings exposure, access, or um, again, that's sudden wealth and great fortune. I mean, this could be a person that is got money that you end up meeting that can help you, that can finance you, that can invest into you. Even if it's romantically, be able to financially invest into you. And this person is like, damn, I wish I would have known. So I hope that makes sense because by the end of this month, Leo, you're choosing you. And even if you don't see the result of the result from the choice you make by the end of this month, just by you making that choice, you're going to get to the result of this great fortune and this sudden wealth. So you may see the money or the dividends or the return on this in January or could be December, but I think the bigger point here is you're making the choice this December to go in a certain direction. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know, maybe. Maybe not. All right. So let's see here. Oh, yeah, 12, 21, 21. Ooh, that was a long reading. I didn't expect for that to be that long. What else? Anything else? Let's see. That's crazy. I was born in 1978, and the reading is resonating 100%. Oh, thank you. All right, I'm glad the reading resonated. Cool. All right, I'm gonna leave this here so it doesn't get too lengthy on the playback, but I'm gonna timestamp all three readings so that way if you want to come back and watch, you can, or if you're watching this in real time, you can kind of timestamp it. And I think I'm gonna get a video done for my members only. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So in the meantime, I'm gonna let y'all be. Thank y'all for all 97 being in here, 105 likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for spending this hour and a half. And I will catch y'all tomorrow for another live. So see y'all then. See, now more people coming in when I'm about to leave. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next live. Y'all be well. Bye.